Tonight, the Cavaliers and the Nets get set to take the floor. We are underway. LeBron, he hammers it home. He'll reverse layup. He's short. Puts it up and puts it in. Korver for three. Korver's fired up. Yay! Knocks it down. Oh, boy. Clark the three on the way. He knocks it down. Good, takes an 18-footer. Got knocked down. Here knocks it down.
The Cavs barely beat the Nets last night thanks to LeBron's triple-double, and we're joined now by FS1 NBA analyst Steven Jackson. Welcome back, Steven.
Thanks, sir. Glad to be back. Welcome.
Should the Cavs be encouraged or discouraged by their play last night?
Well, they have the same problem that OKC has. Even though it's a new team and they're still trying to figure out, they all play to the level of their competition. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing OKC has a problem with. That's why we haven't given them their props, because they play to the level of their competition. I think even though it's a new team and they're still trying to gel, they got to blow teams like Brooklyn out if they plan on being in the Eastern Conference Finals at the end of the season. Yep. You can't say, okay, well, we just getting together, we're going to be all right. No, playoffs is around the corner. Yep. So they need to figure this out now. I'm definitely worried. Actually, the way they playing now and the way they playing against these under 500 teams, these non-playoff teams, I'm kind of worried. I'm starting to put Boston and Toronto ahead of them, because the only reason people are even giving Cleveland a shot is because of the Kang.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the only reason. So I can't count them out because of the K-A-N-G, the Kang. But I will say this. They don't look good to me at all. They don't look good.
Interesting. A little discouraged, says Steven Jackson.
I mean, look, Skip, ideally, I would love to see LeBron get a triple-double in 30 minutes, and they're up by 15, and he doesn't have to play another minute in the third or fourth quarter. But that's not how it's going to be. Because they can't, for whatever reason, it's like when they get a lead, they can play defense. Then they start missing shots, and they don't play no D. It should be reversed. They got a big lead, and the next thing they're up by 8, and the next thing you know, Brooklyn's up by 1. I'm like, dude, how you on 3 possessions? How do you lose an 8-point lead in 3 possessions? But as I said, as long as you got him, Skip, for me, I was a little fella, but I had my aunts and my sister, my brother. Skip, I didn't fear nothing. I had 3 aunts on the school bus, had an older sister and a brother. So I had a whole seat by myself. I didn't fear nothing. Long as you got him, Cleveland, don't worry.
That's not exactly what he said.
Yeah.
He said the only reason that they're giving him a chance.
And that's the only reason I had a seat by myself.
Wait, did the Kang score 35 points in the fourth quarter?
He scored 8.
Oh, he scored 8.
8, had 5 rebounds.
Wait, so they scored 27 other.
Whoa. What about those assists? How many assists did he have, Skip?
He had 3.
Okay, so what? One of them was a 3-pointer. So that's 11, and them 2-2. So that's 15 of the 32. Right?
Interesting.
Okay.
So the opponent last night in the Kang's house was the Brooklyn Nets. They're 20-42, and they are vying for the worst record in the whole National Basketball Association. And they have lost 13 of their last 15, and they've lost 9 straight.
We're trying to help.
They're still the Brooklyn Nets, and you like that part of it because that could really help Cleveland long term, right? With that pick, it could be. He is a star. I love him because he plays angry, man.
I like him in New Orleans better.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we're going to package him and Kevin Love and get on AD.
Right.
Yep.
Listen to this fantasy spilling.
Wow.
But, again, I would be concerned about, I don't know if I'd be discouraged, but I would be concerned. But yet and still, bottom line was the fourth quarter worked. And it really worked at a high level, albeit against another team that you allowed on defense. You allowed them to make 5 threes in the fourth quarter. What is your history if you let the other team make 5 and you make 1 in the fourth quarter, 3-point shots? You're probably going to lose. And they pulled it off because all the new Cavs on the block, all these kids who came in all these deals, the flurry at the end of the trade deadline, they all played big in the fourth quarter. And what I also loved, and you have not pointed out, the Kang sat for the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, which he usually doesn't do. Right. This was like a new deal last night.
Trusted.
Well, I don't know if he decided or Ty finally said, hey,
Ty Lue is the coach, Skip. Trying to undermine it.
Assistant coach of his team. You know what he is. But whatever, LeBron looked fresher to me down the stretch because he sat for 5 minutes because I think he thought our new kids can hold it down.
Yeah.
Hold it down. So everybody played big because Rodney Hood scored 11 points, and that turnaround jumper that he shot at at the end of the clock where he said the play broke completely down. I just had no choice. I had to shoot it and won.
Yeah,
Well, that was a big
wet.
shot. And the 1-3 they made with a minute left was Jordan Clarkson. That's some big guts, man. He just comes off. He is fearless coming off the bench.
Love it.
Reminds me of what you would just come in. Were you afraid? No, you weren't afraid.
all.
You're just going to fire it, man, because you believe in yourself. That young man believes in himself coming off the bench. So does Rodney Hood. And then how about Larry Nance Jr. to give you 8 and 6 just in the fourth quarter? That's like a good game for him.
He's effort. He's all effort. I mean,
he's all effort.
Yes. And look, that's not the shot that you want. Down by 2, Larry Nance Jr. taking the 16-footer.
Made it.
But when he
Big shot.
making it.
And then how about George Hill? I don't love him as an offensive player, but he played well on offense last night. And,
He was due for one, Skip.
he was due. He was. No, and again, he played in the fourth quarter. He's the only starter other than LeBron who got minutes in the fourth quarter. And what did he do to D'Angelo over in the corner when it was crunch time, man? It's just they got one shot to win the game, the Brooklyn Nets. And D'Angelo was out of his mind. He scored 11 in the fourth quarter, and George Hill went over and just suffocated him in the corner. He couldn't even get a shot off.
Can we get JR to give us a little something?
Well, I think, it's not playing LeBron the first 5 minutes. That's a great move by Ty Lue. For the simple fact that you get the other guys in the fourth quarter some confidence.
They did. They got some flow
So
going.
if you need them to hit a shot in the last couple of seconds, they got some kind of flow going. The only reason I don't like this whole trade, they traded for offense when they needed defense.
Right.
They have nobody to guard. So who they going to
George Hill can guard a little bit.
But he can't guard Kyrie.
No,
he can't guard
probably
Steph.
not.
He can't guard the guys that's going to make a difference. I'm worried about them coming to playoffs and coming to the end of the season because these guys don't play any D. They're a scoring team.
They are.
I don't think they're going to be able to outscore teams.
I mean, look at the
to win
fourth
games.
quarter. It was 35-32.
But here's the thing.
You gave 130-something points to Brooklyn.
But see, when Brooklyn got nothing to lose. See, the Celtics can't play that carefree. Toronto can't play that carefree because they got something to lose. See, if they lose, everybody's expecting Brooklyn to lose. But, hey, they just can't come down and just jack up shots like the Nets were doing last night.
Yep.
I mean, look at the shots that D'Angelo Russell. That thing was so wet, he wasn't even touching that on those threes, Skip. But,
All of them were making shots, man. Every time I looked up, somebody making
but
shots.
pick and roll is killing this Cavs.
Yeah.
They pick and roll defense. I mean, either they let a guy roll to the basket, get a wide open dunk or layup, or the guy shooting a wide open 3. And then Kyle Korver and Clarkson, they're great offensive guys, Skip, but they can't control anybody off the dribble. So now the guy drives, somebody comes to help, they kick guy wide open. But that's all right.
But that's what teams do. They're going to take advantage of guys like Kyle Korver in the playoffs. They're going to take advantage of guys that can't guard. They did it to Kyrie when they thought he couldn't guard. He's playing better defense now. But when guys
make the shots.
But Ty Lue loves fourth Korver. He played him almost the whole fourth.
Love him.
Because LeBron loves him because you got to honor him.
I love him too, but I love him seeing him guard me.
No,
I love when he guarded me.
because you can't help. See, Braun already know Kyle Korver, man, can never help.
I know.
Because you don't want that. And LeBron, you know what's so amazing about LeBron, Skip? Because he has this ability.
No,
that
what?
Well,
like I haven't heard 9,000 amazing
in fact,
things.
LeBron is driving to the basket. He knows who's supposed to be guarding what. So the moment you come to help, you're like, oh, okay, you try to be slick.
Are you like visualizing?
Yeah, I'm
it
visualizing.
right now?
Because I'm like LeBron. So I see everything in 3D right now. So he's going to the basket. He's like, oh, you think you slick? Go try to come down here. Over his head to that 3 at the top of the key. Shut up.
His IQ is
So
Out the chain.
So my favorite moment of the game last night was the great Austin Carr, and I think we're going to have him on the show here in a few days.
Yeah.
But he's obviously the TV commentator and played for the Cavaliers, and I love him because he loves him some LeBron. But he got so frustrated because down the stretch at the end of the half, as you said, they're up 7, and all of a sudden the half ends and they're down 1. And Austin Carr got so frustrated. He said they quit. He went to the Q word. I was going, wow, they quit, and they did quit on the defensive end. And all of a sudden, the Brooklyn Nets are ahead by 1 in the Kangs building
Well, we
at
have
half.
to keep it interesting because if we'd have been up by 17, you'd have clicked it off.
defense win championships.
We'll get
You're hearing what you want to hear when Steven's talking.
No, I know they need to play.
You just hear him say LeBron. You're like, LeBron is the greatest. But speaking of LeBron thinking he's the greatest, he just tweeted, "What a night last night. # strive for greatness." Because I think if you don't put # strive for greatness on a LeBron tweet, it doesn't post.
Right.
What a night last night. # strive for greatness. # LLTK, which means long live the king.
Oh, you better. Hey.
Biggest self-promoter in sports history,
hey,
LeBron James.
Somebody that I really look up to told me this about LeBron. I can't say his name, but he told me LeBron is the only superstar, only top 5 player that has to be told he's great.
That is true. Now that sums him up. I would agree
He
with
gotta
that.
hear it. He gotta
Bingo.
hear it.
Thank you.
I want you
hear
to
it.
tell me. I want you to tell me. I need a man to tell me I'm the best tight end.
He has to tell us.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Don't tell no
believe
lie.
it?
No.
Stephen will be back later in the
Long
show.
live the
LeBron
king.
called out the NCAA yesterday, the king. And we'll discuss that next.
Skip, you be hating on LeBron.